Hi everyone, this is Cooking with Kurt. Today my husband Donald and I are going to show you how to make chocolate crinkle cookies. These are thick and fudgy, brownie-like in texture with a soft center and a crunchy cookie crust bursting with chocolate flavor.
After last month's ube crinkle cookies, a lot of you requested chocolate crinkle cookies, so we hope you like this video.
Yay, lots of crinkles!
Now this recipe makes approximately 20 to 24 cookies, but can be doubled or tripled as necessary.
To start, take 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter and 2 eggs, and let them sit at room temperature for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Leaving the butter at room temperature for 30 minutes to 1 hour to soften is important in this recipe in order for the butter and sugar to combine properly and form the right texture. Then take a medium mixing bowl and a sieve, add in 1 1/8 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of table salt, and half a cup of cocoa powder. We're using Dutch processed cocoa powder, and an optional half teaspoon of espresso powder. Sift this together. Then whisk them to mix. Either Dutch processed or unsweetened natural cocoa powder will work, but for this recipe, we recommend using Dutch process for a deeper and fudgier flavor. And since we're not using baking soda, we don't need the acidity to neutralize the mixture.
And the espresso powder is optional. It really helps to highlight and bring out the chocolate flavor, but if you're unable to find it, there's no need to substitute with anything, just leave it out. Next, in the bowl of your stand mixer, add in 4 tablespoons of softened unsalted butter and 2/3 cup of white granulated sugar. With a paddle attachment, mix these on medium speed until they are combined and fluffy, about 1 minute. Scrape down the bowl as needed. Then add in the 2 large room temperature eggs and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Mix these ingredients on medium-high speed until these wet ingredients are combined. Scrape down the bowl and paddle attachment as needed. With the mixer on low speed, carefully add in the dry ingredients mixture and continue mixing until just combined. Detach the bowl from the stand mixer, scrape down the paddle attachment and bowl as needed, and fold in any unmixed dry ingredients from the sides of the bowl until the mixture is uniform. It should form a very thick and sticky dough. Then cover the bowl with plastic wrap. We're going to let this dough rest in the fridge to firm up overnight. You can let this dough rest in the fridge for up to 3 days.
Leaving the dough to chill and harden overnight is necessary to make thick crinkle cookies, as this will prevent the cookies from overspreading when they bake. When your dough has chilled overnight and you're ready to bake the cookies, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then take a large sheet pan, today we're using a 13 by 18 inch sheet pan, and line it with parchment paper. Do not grease the parchment paper. Measure out 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar into 1 small bowl, and 1/3 cup of powdered sugar into another small bowl. Using a round tablespoon measure for scooping, scoop the chilled dough so you have a heaping tablespoon, about 1.5 tablespoons worth of dough. Then, with your cup palms, form them into spheres. The spheres should be approximately 1 inch in diameter. Then, roll the formed dough spheres first in the bowl of granulated sugar, just a light layer of granulated sugar. This will help absorb any extra moisture and prevent the subsequent coat of powdered sugar from melting. Then roll it in the bowl of powdered sugar so they are completely and generously covered with powdered sugar. Then place the ball on the prepared baking sheet. Repeat this with the remaining dough, scooping a heaping tablespoon of dough, forming into a sphere, rolling in a light layer of granulated sugar, then generously with powdered sugar, And finally, placing the balls about 1 to 2 inches apart on the baking sheet. This should make about 20 to 24 cookies, depending on the size of your dough spheres. We're going to bake these in our preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes, until the sides have set, but the centers of the cookies are still soft. Let the cookies cool on a sheet pan for 5 minutes, then transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely. These chocolate crinkle cookies will keep for 1 week, stored in an airtight container at room temperature. And there it is. Rich, fudgy, chocolate-flavored cookies rolled in powdered sugar for a crackled texture. Ang sarap!
Sarap. Yum.
So good. Super fudgy and chocolatey.
And the subtle coffee flavor from the espresso powder rounds out the chocolate really well.
Thank you all for watching. Please let us know in the comment section below if you're planning to make these chocolate crinkle cookies. Send us pictures of your creations on Facebook and Instagram. The links are below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Cooking with Kurt.
And don't forget to click on the bell so you get notified when we post new cooking videos. Maraming salamat!